dawn of man. We've been working with stone and we've been making knives, and if I were going to go out into the woods, if I only can have one thing, I want a knife. My fascination with knives started when I was a little kid. I got my first knife, I was probably 5 or 6. Just a little pocket knife folder. It was pretty cool. It had little spoons and a fork on it. I carried it with me everywhere I went and used it frequently. Basically, I couldn't afford some of the knives that I was seeing online. That I was like, I've collected them and I've got a bunch, but I thought my wife might kill me if I started buying more. So I just kind of decided to try it. I had some nice wood from one of my luthier base building friends and put some wood on a throwing knife, made a simple handle on that, and it kind of came out cool. So I found some knife blanks that were pre-made. Some of these little Santokus, put some fancy handles on those, and I posted a picture to Instagram and people started buying them. So people started ordering them, but then after that it felt like cheating, so I decided to go and make my own design for blades that I thought spoke more to what I was going for and were capable of being used for more things that I wanted to see them used for.
That's it.
So I did a bunch of research, bought some steel. Luthiers kind of were like, I'll send you scrap wood. Got the hacksaw out and went at it. Every knife I make I learn something new, you know? It's all been learn as I go, trial by fire. My first design was a mini cleaver, but they've kind of evolved. I like knives that are functional. So like my mini deep lock drop point is kind of like my everyday carry knife. And it's simple. I like it for opening packages. It's a great skinner if you're a hunter or into that kind of thing. My favorite design though of my carry knives has been my modern take on the Nessmuck, which it's considerably smaller than a traditional Nessmuck. It's a little pointier, and I picked it up after I made the first one and I was like, this just worked right off the bat. I was talking with a friend and he said, you know what, if you make some chef knives, I bet you'll do really well at a farmer's market, because everybody cooks. And it's something cool that you can have in your kitchen that you can set out, that people can see. So I started making chef knives. Part of me being a jazz musician and playing jazz music is things aren't always polished. It's tactile, you can feel it, and it creates this energy. I do the same thing with my knives. I leave them a little raw. I don't polish them. I leave marks from the tools and the handles and spots. Each one is a little bit different. I kind of have a basic handle shape that I go with and a basic blade shape, but because I'm cutting them all out with an angle grinder, sometimes the steel just does what it wants. Sometimes they're a little thicker, sometimes they're a little thinner. So each knife that I make is a unique creation unto itself. I like my art to imitate life, I guess. If you're a musician, your instrument, your bass, your guitar, your drums, you're going to use that to express yourself. And I think the same can be true with a knife in the kitchen or the field. You're going to have a knife that you can carry with you and use it to make other people's lives better. It's a tool that you can pass down for generations that they can use to create memories. In the bass community, I've been able to tell people like, look, if you've got a custom bass with beautiful figured woods, why don't you get me into contact with the guy that made that? And I can make you a knife out of the same stuff that your bass is made out of. And I think that it's kind of cool that you can tie things from different aspects of your life together. It's just another connection you take with you wherever you go.